Hello everyone, welcome to day 12 of KnowHow Academy's free Power BI live training. I thank you all for showing the interest in participating in our live Power BI free training from KnowHow Academy. I'm M. Asif Hussain before you, giving the extensive training on Power BI that will be helpful if you are a beginner, and that will be an incremental knowledge if you are a working professional. Now, my dear viewers, in the past 11 days of our Power BI training, we have learned many such interesting things that we have interacted with each other. We have discussed each other's problems. We have discussed the real time scenarios and the practical use cases. My dear viewers, it had been a very interesting part that the live training, though it is from YouTube, it is exactly the same how I am interacting with you in a physical classroom. That's how the way of teaching, that's how the KnowHow Academy stands unique in the delivery part. Now, you might have learned many such things which you are already aware of, and you might have learned many more such things that you haven't heard of. In this scenario, in the previous day of day 11 Power BI live training, we have seen many such interesting points about how we have to publish the report into our Power BI. What is the first thing that we have to do before publishing the Power BI? Why are we getting the error in RLS when I am trying to create a role after I publish a report into my Power BI? So we have learned all these interesting factors. Now it's the time for us today, in the day 12 of Power BI live training, to learn about how we have to manage the workspace roles, how we have to subscribe to our Power BI report that we have created, and how we have to enable the alerts in our Power BI, and how can we go and edit the Power BI in Power BI service, the report in Power BI service. My dear viewers, let me ask you a very interesting thing. Okay, so those who are listening my live training right away, you can reply me to this question. The question is that, let's consider that you are working on some project, and when you are working on a project, let's consider that you are the TL, you are the GM or whatever it might be in your organization. Now when you are working on a project, let's consider that you have developed everything in the project, so that's where you become the owner of the project. So let's consider the admin of the project. Now you would like to share the project with some other department or with some other colleagues in your organization who belongs to other department. Let's consider finance, let's consider HRD, let's consider QAD. Okay, so it can be from any department. Now when you are trying to share the project, how are you going to share it? This is the question. Can you please answer it? How are you going to share the project with the other department colleagues? Okay, so this is the question. How are you going to share it? That is question number one. Once I get the reply for your question number one, I have question number two with that. Alright, so let's see how many of you will answer it. How are you going to share the project details or the project with other department people in the organization? Can anyone answer it, please? How are you going to share the project details? How are you going to share the project details with other department people? Through email. Okay, fine, through email. That is one of the possible solutions to share the project is through email. I accept it. So what can be other ways? Can you please try to answer it? What can be the other ways? Published into Power BI service. Okay. So this is how you are going to share the project with other people, Mr. Shafi Ahmed? By publishing into Power BI service. This is how you are going to share the project. I am asking about the general project, okay? I am not talking about Power BI. I am not talking about Power BI. I am just talking about the general way of publishing or general way of sharing the project with some XYZ person, okay? By assigning roles to them. Based on roles, they can only view or edit the report. Okay. So, Ms. Padmaja, sharing through OneDrive. Okay. So, again, I am specifying it here. I am not talking to you in regards Power BI. Let's consider you are working on a ETL project. Let's consider that you are working on a SharePoint project, or let's consider you are working on a Snowflake project, or let's consider you are working on some Oracle project. Okay, something like this. So how are you going to share these? As Mr. Anil told, okay, either we can share through OneDrive, we can share through email. Okay, yes. So these are the possible cases. Now let me ask you another question. Okay, let me be very frank in this way. Okay, so let's consider you all are working. Creating a presentation, Ranjan Dasji. Okay, so now let's consider in this way. So you all are from team A, I am from team B. Let's consider, okay, we both are working in the same organization. Okay, let's consider that. Now, what we are going to do? You are from team A, I am from team B. Okay, so now I want to share, or you guys want to share the project that you have prepared with me. Okay, but you still think that I might not be that good in the technical stuff. You are thinking in this way that if you guys share me the entire project, or if you guys share me the entire report, you might not be good, or I might not be good with the technical stuff. So what you think that I might do some sort of changes with the project, where I can lose the data. Okay, you think that if I share the complete project or the complete report with this guy, then in the team B, then there might be the possibilities that the data might be misplaced, the data might be manipulated, the data might be changed, it might be deleted, it might be removed. Okay, anything can happen. This possibility exists or it doesn't exist? Can anyone please reply to me? Can anyone please reply to me with this question? The scenario that I have given, it exists or it doesn't exist? The possibility is there or the possibility is not there? That's what is my question. Okay. So as Ms. Padmaja and Anil told that this possibility, yes Pragna, you are correct. Okay, the possibility is there that team B people can do any sort of changes with the project. They can do any sort of changes with the data. Now in order to create some restriction, the first thing that what we can do is we can create a security. That's where our row level security will come into the picture. That is fine when I am talking about a project. Please be very clear in this one. My question. Okay, I am telling that whatever the project you are trying to share, I am telling you that whatever the report you are trying to share, that is that possibility which I have told you that exists, that's true. That's true. Now the point is that this possibility exists when I am sharing them the report. But now the question comes is that how if I come and share the particular workspace? Okay, so I have my workspace. In this workspace my report is there. In this workspace my semantic model is there. Now I have to share this workspace with the team B people. Let's consider with me. So now at that particular moment what you will do, that you are going to create a restriction where the workspace access. Okay, that's where what Padmaja and okay, Shafi Ahmed, so what all you told, okay, and even Ranjan Das ji, okay, so what all you have told, that will come into the picture. That's where your roles concept will come. Okay, that's where your roles concept will come. Alright, so now let me come here under the workspace. You can see that it's Youtubelive workspace that I have created. I have something 3 dots here where it's a more option. Okay, I'll go here to more options and I have something called as workspace access. Now if I click on this workspace access, you can see that I am the admin for this IT services. That's what the ID that I have used in order to log in into my Power BI. Now I would like to give access to some other person in my team. Okay, I want to give the access to some other person in my team. Alright, so for that what I am going to do, I am adding people here. So when I click on add people, let me go and add some name. Alright, let me go and select Mittal Trivedi here. Now the point is that we can see that we can go and assign the roles based upon our choice, because I am the admin. I can go and create the access for this particular user. I can go and make this user as an admin here. That is possible because I am admin. Now what admin is having the access? The admin is having the access of everything what I have. Whatever the access I have as Asif Hussain for this particular report, all the access are available for Mittal Trivedi also, as I have made this particular user admin. Now it means that she is also the co-owner or owner of this particular workspace. Now if I give the access as a viewer to this user, this user can only view my workspace. They cannot do any sort of changes. They can view my report, they can view my semantic model. They cannot do any sort of changes, no deletion, no updation, no manipulation, nothing will happen with viewer. Okay. Now I have one more question. What is the difference between member and what is the difference between contributor? Can anyone please give me the answer for this particular question? What is the difference between a viewer and what is the difference between a contributor? Can anyone please reply me with this question? Can anyone please reply me with this question? What is the difference between member and a contributor? I have told you about admin. I have told you about viewer. Now can you please tell me what is the difference between member and a contributor? Can anyone please reply me in the chat box? What is the difference between member and contributor here? Okay, what Padmaja told, that is correct. Member can add other members. Contributor can't do that. Only that is the use case of member. Only is that the use case of a member. Other than that, there is no use of the member role. Viewers can only view the insights. Anil, yes, that is correct. Add member and can make changes to the report. Okay. Viewers can only see the report, whereas contributor can work on the report. Okay. See how many different answers we are getting at. It's very simple. Okay, it's very simple. Still, any other try? Any other try? What all you have told, that is correct. Do you want to give any other try? If the same thing you want to explain to someone who is not aware of Power BI, how are you going to explain it to them? Can you give me only one line answer? Can you please give me only one line statement? What is the difference between member and a contributor? Yes, please. Can anyone please give me the reply with only one line statement, the difference between member and a contributor? Difference between member and a contributor. One line answer I want it. Okay, so let's not make it so complicated by giving lengthy statements. One line answer. Can anyone please reply me in the chat box? No answer? No one line answer? No try? Okay, not a problem. Let me reply it in this way. Okay, let me reply this in this way. Member, okay, the member role that I am talking about, this particular member can go and edit the content in the report, and this particular member can go and create the access for other members as well. They can go and manage the access as well. Okay, in a simple way, member can add or edit. Okay, so it's not add, member can edit the report and can manage the access, whereas contributor contribute, I am contributing something. Okay, so this is the biggest question which we face in interviews. In interviews, what do we get this question? What is your contribution in your project? It means that what have you done, what is your role in this particular project? That's what is the question means. So when I am talking about this particular contributor, this contributor can add, this contributor can edit the reports, but they cannot manage the access of the members. Very simple. Member can access the member can manage the access, contributor cannot manage the access. Member can edit the content, contributor can add or edit the content in a report. Okay, so that's the difference. So let's consider I am giving the access as admin to this particular user. I have to click on add, that's where it is added. Okay, now very simple. Alright, so I have given one thing. Now, if you like a channel in YouTube, okay, so immediately what do? We go and subscribe to that particular channel, right? So now can anyone please tell me what is the use of subscribing to a YouTube channel? What is the use? Can anyone please tell me what is the use of going and doing subscribe or clicking a subscribe button for YouTube? Specifically YouTube I am talking. What is the benefit that you will get? Why do people go and frequently subscribe to the YouTube channels? Can anyone please tell me? What is the use of subscribing a particular channel in YouTube? What is the use of it? Can you please reply me in the chat box? Any reply? To get notified when there is a new video. Okay. So what Pragna told is correct. To get notified when there is new video. Is that the only use? If there is some short updated or uploaded in that particular channel, we will get a notification. If there is some posted in a YouTube channel, we will get a notification. And if there is any question being asked in the community, then we will get a notification. If there is some newly updated, for example, there is a live, let's consider that as KnowHow Academy is giving you the live training in Power BI, right? So what they have done, they have created an advertisement in YouTube that there is a live happening, right? So that notification. So ultimately, if you see, whatever might be, it might be video, shorts, it might be poster, community question, or whatever it might be. What we are getting notified that there is something added in the particular channel. In that particular same way, we have something called as subscription in our Power BI service. So for what you have to subscribe? You have to subscribe for the report that you have published in your workspace. You have to go and subscribe for the report that you have published in the workspace. So what's happening here? I am going to the option called subscribe. So earlier people, if your Power BI is not updated, so earlier what happened, when we click on this more option, then we used to get this option called create subscription here, right? But now when the Power BI is updated, we are getting the option here. There is an icon here. Okay, it is nothing but subscribe. So when I am clicking on this subscribe, there is no subscription for this particular report. So what I am doing, I am going to create a subscription. Now I want to create a subscription for the home page. For that's what it is asking. Do you want to give the same name or you want to give any other name? Okay, let's consider report page. Okay, and to whom you would like to add as the recipients of this subscription. So what's happening is that whenever we are going and trying to create this subscription, then if there is any change or if any add-on is happening in the particular Power BI report, then all those will be notified to us to our email ID. Okay, so let's consider I am adding my name here. This is one. Okay, and I am adding few more people here. Let's consider this one. Okay, so there are many such things that we can go and add the recipients here. Okay, now attach full report or what, that's what it is asking. Okay, so now what is the start date and what is the end date? Let's consider that today I am starting the subscription and I want this subscription to happen till 8th of March 2025. That's what I have created it. On what time you would like to have the subscription, that also we can go and select. Okay, daily, hourly, weekly, monthly. Okay, so that's also we have it here. Okay, so now I am clicking on daily at 7:30 p.m. I should get a email notifying about my particular report. Okay, now what I am doing, I am going and clicking on save. Okay, the time when we click on save, this particular will be saved. Okay, so contain errors. Okay, because the data is not connected. Free users or groups can only subscribe to report back by premium capacity. Okay, so there is a issue with the recipients here. So let me go and remove it. Okay, so what I am doing, I am going here. I'm creating a new subscription. So let it be in the same way, and I would like to click on save. Okay, subscription is saved. As you can see, I have created subscription. Earlier we have got an error. The reason is that it was a license issue. Okay, to the recipients there was a license issue. That's where I am just creating with the own account that I have, which is IT services. All right. Okay, so now as you can see that I am getting one notification here. All right. So this is how you can go and create a subscription. Now I have another question. Let's consider that you are keeping the revenue here, right? Let's consider I have my revenue as 817.86k. Okay, so this is my revenue here. So now let's consider that my revenue is crossing 1000k. If my revenue is crossing 1000k, then I should be notified that my revenue has crossed the value that I have kept. And even I should get a notification that if my revenue is going less than 600k. Okay, I hope the question is very clear. If my particular total revenue, if it is going less than 500k, and if it is going greater than 1000k, then I have to get notified. So what is the possible thing that we have to do here? In order to get this particular notification, what should we do here? Which option we should go and select here? If my particular total revenue that I have it, if it is crossing 1000k or if it is crossing less than 500k, then I should get notified. Then which particular option should we select in this particular Power BI service in order to enable this particular notification? What should we go and create? What should we go and enable in Power BI service? Can anyone please reply to me? Yes, I am talking about the total revenue only. Okay, I am asking that the total revenue. If my total, as you can see that my total revenue here is 817.86k. If this particular total revenue, if it is crossing greater than 1000k or if it is getting less than 500k, I should get a notification. I should get notified. So what should we go and create? Yes, you are right. We have to go and create alert. Okay. When I am talking about this particular situation, let me connect you with some real-time example for this use case. How many of you, whenever we feel sick or any of our friends or relatives are not well, okay, they might have admitted in ICU, right? So though if you did not go to hospital, don't worry, you might have seen the ICU situation in the movies or in some social media or somewhere, right? So if you carefully observe, there is such a kind of equipment which is there near every patient's bed. Okay, there is an equipment that it is connected with our heartbeat, and it is connected with our pulse rate, it is connected with our blood pressure, right? So now the point is that when that particular patient is in an ICU, and when that particular patient is connected with the ECG, when that particular patient is connected with the blood pressure band to his hand or is to her hand, then a pulse meter is also attached, pulsometer is also attached to the finger, and all these values are visible in that particular equipment there, which is on the particular bed of the patient, right? So now what's happening? Let's the normal blood pressure of a person is 120 by 80. In the worst case, if that blood pressure is increasing, systolic or diastolic, whatever it might be, or if that particular blood pressure is getting decreased, low blood pressure is happening, or the pulse rate is getting increased, or the ECG value is getting increased, then automatically one alert will happen. One red color light will blink. There is a beep sound coming. There is a some kind of a sound, a red color, and the complete equipment will show some error or red, or the values will be blinking fast. So that kind of system is it's equipped in that it shows the alert that the patient is not in a normal condition. Am I right? So the same way, the story that I have told you, the reason that I have told you all this story is that I want to relate you that particular situation with our Power BI. Okay. So the reason is that the alert option that we are using, so this alert option will be most probably used by the pharma industries, the production industries, the manufacturing industries. So they will be using this particular alert option, because they would have to see the production line, how many units have come up, which is having a error or which is having a damage. Okay, so all these will come into the picture. Now, how should we go and create an alert in this particular Power BI service? And for your kind information, let me tell you why this alert is used. Can anyone tell me why this alert is used? Only to get notified? Only to get notified? Is it the only reason? Can anyone please give me, do we have any other reason to talk about manage alerts, excluding notification about our values? Apart from this, do we have any other reason why alerts are used? I have seen lot of YouTube videos, not giving training on Power BI, but very rare people told every benefit of manage alert, why manage alert is used. If you don't understand why this is used, there is no point of going and creating alert. So let's discuss why the alert is used. So that is the question that I have shared with you in the chat box. That is the first question. Why manage alerts are used in Power BI? To manage the production. Okay, Anil. Okay, alright. Still, only production? Is it only production? Okay, so let me tell you, there are lots of advantages, okay, with this manage alerts. That's where we use this manage alerts. Point number one is that manage alerts are always useful for highly effective decision making. Okay, highly effective decision making with whatever the data that we have. Alright, and the second important point is that it will improve the efficiency. Let's consider my total revenue is increasing. So when my total revenue is increasing, I will focus on the business, my data will change, my values will change, I will get lot of profits, I'll get number of orders. So it improves the efficiency. Okay, so which will save the time. Okay, which will save the time. And another important thing is that we will go and have automated notification. Okay, we will go and have automated notification. Now no need to open Power BI, no need to open Power BI service, log in into our user ID, then go and open our Power BI report, go to our workspace, go and again create a manager alert. All this nonsense is not required, because it is automated process, automated notification. Okay, and another point is that this particular manage alert will help the developer, to monitor the key metrics of our particular report. Whenever I am talking about key metrics, I am talking about the numeric values, the KPIs, the gauges, the target values, all these comes into the picture. Okay, so all these are the different advantages that we have it when we are talking about the manage alert option. When we are talking about the manage alert option. So now how should we go and create it? I will go here to set alert. We have a bell icon, right? That's what we called as a subscribe in Power in YouTube, but it's a different case here. Okay, so what we do, we will go here. I'll click on set alert. As soon as I click on set alert, one time setup for alerts. So it is creating fabric free trial capacity. Okay, so one time setup alert is possible. Okay, so that is done. Reload. Okay, it is upgrading the workspace to trial the capacity. So now most of the people, they try to create multiple alerts. So please make sure what threshold value you are giving. Okay, that is also very much important. What threshold value you are giving, that is also very much important. So okay, so for what particular measure you would like to go and create the alert. Okay, for that's what it is asking. Okay, we have to select a alert. So let's consider for the card visual, for total revenue I have to create. For total revenue I have to create the alert, right? So what for the changes, right? If not the changes, or if it is increasing or if it is decreasing, that also I want to change. Let's consider if it is increasing. Increasing by what value, that also I have to give. Let me consider it's 817.86, right? So let's consider it is 1000k. Okay, 1000k. Alright, so now where I have to send the notification, I have to send the notification via Teams or via email. Okay, and I have to send it to whom, that particular person's details also we have to give. People, before Microsoft Fabric, the alert option was completely different. Whenever we used to create or click on alert, we used to go and add alert and we used to give all these details. But now as it is Microsoft Fabric, AI is enabled in it, so everything is automated. We have got multiple options here. Okay, I have given all these details and I am clicking on apply. Alright, I am clicking on apply. Alright, so if you see here, I am creating alert for one. What for the changes happening in what, in my total revenue, okay. So this is how you have to go and create an alert. This is how you have to go and create an alert in Power BI service. Okay, now yesterday in the day 11 I have asked this question. The question is that I have published my report into Power BI service. And after publishing the report, I felt that for this particular information, I should have used pie chart but not donut chart. But unknowingly, I have used donut chart here. So what should I do? Should I come back to my Power BI desktop, edit it, save it, again publish it? Is that the choice? Or I can edit it directly. So that feasibility also Power BI has given it to us, where we can edit the particular report then and there itself in Power BI service. So this is a pie chart. I want to convert it into, this is a donut chart. I want to convert it into a pie chart. So when I click on this pie chart, you can see that the edit is enabled. It is happened. Right now I can click on save. The time I have clicked on save, the report is saved successfully. Now how should I come back? This is editing mode. Now the view that you are seeing here, it is looking very similar like a Power BI desktop. Now this is a editing view. If you want to come back to the original view what we have seen earlier in Power BI service, you have to click on reading view. As soon as I click on reading view, we are back here into our particular report, and now you can see that the earlier it was a donut chart, now it is a pie chart. Now I have a question. When I am doing some changes here in my Power BI service, will this change be applicable in Power BI desktop also? Can anyone please answer me this question? I have converted the donut chart into pie chart in my Power BI service. Now this change that I have done, will this be applicable in my Power BI desktop also? This is the question. Can anyone please tell me, is that possible to do? Is that possible to do? Shafi Ahmed is telling no, it's not applicable. Okay. Any other answer? Hi Sunil. You have a very good name, no? Convincing imagination. No? Okay. Then let me ask you one more question. Let me ask you one more question. Let me open up the sandwich data. Okay. So this is the sandwich data, right? This is the sandwich data that we had, right? Okay. So this is the sandwich data that we are using. Am I right? As it is published, it is not updated in Power BI desktop. Okay. I have one more question. Can anyone please try to answer me this question? I am leaving this question as assignment to you. Okay. No need to reply to me immediately. If you know, you can reply. But if you think that it will take time, do not worry. Let us consider this as an assignment, and you can reply me the answer of this particular question in the chat box. And the question is that, let's consider I have this particular quantity as my column name. Am I right? I have this particular column name as quantity. Now what I am doing, it is a complete name QANTITY, quantity. But now what I am doing, I am just renaming this particular column name with QTY. I am just renaming the column name from quantity to QTY. The question is that, as I have updated the column name and as I have this data of sandwich cells in my Power BI desktop, when I do the change of the column name here, will this particular column name which is changed, will that be applicable in this Power BI report? Will this be applicable in Power BI desktop? If yes, how? If not, how we have to do it? That is the question. Okay, that is the question. I am leaving this question to you as an assignment. If you know the answer, you can reply to me immediately. If you are not aware of the question, do not worry. Take your time, and you can reply to me, with the with your solution in the comment section of this particular YouTube video of day 12 live Power BI free training. Okay. So I'm opening the platform for question and answers to you now. If you have any questions, you can ask. And let me repeat those who have not listened to my previous question, let me repeat the question once again. This particular data set that I have, this is the same data set that I am using it in Power BI desktop. Now, in this particular Excel sheet, earlier the column name of this quantity was QANTITY. It was a complete name. Now what I have done, I have renamed the complete quantity name into a shortcut way QTY. So now, as I have changed the column name, will this change happened in the Excel sheet? Is that applicable in Power BI desktop? See, it is still the quantity. Will this be updated automatically or not? If not, why? If yes, how to do? As we write DAX, it directly update in the tables and models. If we update in Power Query, it will not update it. See, if I go to Power Query Editor, in Power Query Editor, if I go and rename the quantity into QTY, that will be applicable. I know that. It's very simple. But when I have this data which is in a offline mode, this particular Excel sheet that you are seeing, it is in an offline mode. It is not live data which is connected with my Power BI desktop. Okay. So now the point is that as I have changed the name, okay, so I have to go and refresh it. Okay, let me click on refresh. Okay, I have refreshed it. Whipple, as you told, I have refreshed it, but still the same name is there, quantity. But still the same name is there, quantity. It did not change into QTY. Alright. So, alright people, I am not giving you or telling you to immediately answer this question. I know that it takes some time. Okay. If it is possible, then please comment me in this video at the end of this. After I complete this video, you can comment me in the comment section how we can do that. If it is not possible also, you can just reply me in the comment section that we cannot do that connection or the updation from offline Excel sheet into Power BI desktop. You can reply with your answer, though if it is possible, though if it is not possible. Alright. So it has been a great session. We have learned many things here. So if someone are listening for the first time, it might be new for what is subscription alert and all. So you might have learned it interestingly. So in the next upcoming days, we are left with how we have to create a dashboard, how we have to create the Power BI application, and how we should go and work on end-to-end project. All these things we are going to work in the next upcoming 3 days. So we will be connecting with you all every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. till 8th March 2025, which is on Saturday. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.